Hey guys, so here's Eddie and myself sitting in the garden. Let me just show you the garden. There are some of our fellow travellers, some of our fellow pilgrims. There's our good friend Joe from England.
Hello.
Hey, from Manchester. And here, of course, is number one daughter. So here we are sitting in the garden. It's really nice albergue. It's one of these, what do you call them, Ellie?
Donativo?
Donativo. So this is run by an English organisation, is it?
Yes. I forgot the name of it, but English Camino Society in the most simple form.
Yeah, and so and you can volunteer for this thing. So if anybody out there is interested in volunteering, I'm sure they're always looking for them. I might come down and do that actually. Seriously, I think it would be a wonderful experience to come down and be of service, do a bit of volunteering. So they do 2 weeks on, apparently. They come down, do 2 weeks, and probably do a walk then themselves or whatever. But it's a lovely one. We got here early, Ellie, didn't we?
11.
We're here at 11. So why don't we start with last night's dinner and work our way from there to where we are today.
So dinner was a dehydrated soup that I had bought in the supermarket that I didn't want to carry it anymore, and it was interesting making it in a kitchen surrounded by Italians, making meatballs from scratch and doing some phenomenal cooking compared to my boiling of water.
Aren't they amazing?
Yeah, really great cooks.
They're incredible. They all come in, they've been to the shops, they've bought all the ingredients, and they make these fantastic Italian meals from, literally, as I said, from scratch.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And yeah, we enjoyed the sunshine, went to bed, and...
How did we sleep, Ellie?
Not incredibly. Such is the life of dormitories, and yeah, you know.
So we got up early.
Yes.
Let's put it this way. We got up one of the many times that we woke up during the night. So we got up the last time we woke up. So we were up at short. I think I got up at 5:15.
Yes. Yeah, I got up. It's after 5:30.
Half 5.
I refuse to get up before.
On principle.
On principle.
Yeah. And we were on the road at what, 6 o'clock?
6:15 maybe.
6:15.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what was the walk like?
It was lovely. It was the standard white gravel path, but it was very nice. It was a very, very gentle, slow uphill all day. But
What did we do? 21k?
21k. Went through 3 other villages on the way, and yeah, it was just a very kind of gentle meander. The wonderful thing about starting early is that it is lovely and cool. Yeah, it's a very, very nice time of day to walk.
Yeah, it is a wonderful time to walk. And the walk itself was lovely. I didn't expect it to be as nice. I thought that it was going to be along the side of a road, which it sort of was. It was a separate path to the road, separated with grass or whatever. But it was a really quiet road. There was nobody on the road. It was a small little country road. And the countryside changed completely, didn't it? Mm-hmm. We got into trees again and hills and back to red soil.
Yes. Very orange, vibrant colour, yeah.
Yeah. We've seen orange and red and white and black and rocks. We've seen people planting crops, I swear to God, in a field of rocks, field of stones. They look like big stones from the sea, all beautiful, round and multicoloured, but I don't know what they grow in them. But it was a lovely walk, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. And any of the stats, what kind of, do we do about, 400 metres?
Yeah, we climbed almost 400, descended a little over 50. So okay. Yeah, very much an uphill day. But you really didn't feel it in the walking. Yeah. Like there was no steep ascents or anything.
No, it was lovely actually. It was a lovely walk. We really enjoyed it actually.
Yeah.
So we got here at 11.
Yes.
And I was afraid that we wouldn't, there were a lot of people on the road. And Eddie keeps telling me, yeah, but you know, Dad, they're all heading off to different places. They're not all stopping in this one little village. But I panic a little bit. And I particularly wanted to stay in this one because I'd read about it. The vibe was really nice to do afternoon tea and run by some British organisation that Eddie mentioned. So I thought that'd be sort of interesting and nice. And So I wanted to get here, so we got here, and of course we got here, and it opens at 3 o'clock, and we were there sitting outside at 11 o'clock. So Ellie went off downtown. I told her to go off for a walk, go and get a coffee, and I sat there. And then after a while, Joe showed up, and we'd a chat for a while. And then the people who were running the place, they showed up, and they were heading out. There was something going on. I think somebody wasn't well or something today, actually, and there was some little medical emergency, is the impression I get. But they saw us there, and I said, can we leave our bags out? And they said, no problem. So then we went off downtown, and we had our main meal of the day. And we had something that I haven't had for a long, long time, which was...
a burger.
Big burger. And it was nice. Ellie had the vegetarian burger with cheese.
Right,
yeah.
You had my cheese.
Yeah, I had her cheese.
Yeah, no, it was delicious. It was very, very nice.
And we
very good food.
We even got the surly cafe keeper to smile. We cracked a few jokes, we got him laughing, which was very nice. And you found this little, what's it called, the green something of the cafe?
It's not called the Green Room.
Or
I don't know.
Something like that.
Yeah, it's on the main street.
Yeah.
That's where we spent a couple of those hours as
Couple
well.
of those hours, yeah, meeting people. It's sort of a garden room,
Yeah.
so all furniture out around this garden, and just sat there, and you could watch everybody walking up and down the street, heading up on the Camino, and meeting friends we haven't seen for a while. This kind of stuff. So that was all really nice. We had a lovely day, and we sort of chilled. Thank you, down here when it opened, had our shower and chilled. I was sitting here in the glorious sunshine. It wasn't too hot today. It's quite warm now.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
if we'd been walking later, we would definitely have felt it more.
Yeah.
But no, it's especially I guess for slightly higher altitude, we're 1,000-ish meters.
Yeah.
So that drops a couple of degrees off, but
Yeah.
it's still very, very warm.
It is very, very
sun's
warm.
very strong.
In the afternoon, the sun's very... That's it, actually.
Sun's
It's
very
all of
strong.
that and saying it's very warm, but actually the sun is very strong. One of the interesting things walking along is all the wild flowers and herbs. So there's wild sage, thyme, chamomile, all sorts of things growing there. You walk along and say, that looks familiar, you put your hand through it and say, oh, that was lavender, or oh, that was thyme, or oh, that was sage. And of course they're wild. We cultivated them from the wild. But you sort of forget that you're not expecting to see acres of wild thyme, or acres of wild lavender or whatever it is. And that's really lovely. We don't see the wildflowers like that at home. I mean, there's an incredible amount of wildflowers here. Eddie actually started naming them. She said, that's the gorse that isn't gorse. And that's the gorse with the white flower that isn't gorse, and so on. And she was telling me that she read a book somewhere, and somebody said this is a good way to actually learn about botany, to actually start naming things yourself. And so you burn them into your brain, you have a memory of them, and you can differentiate between them and other ones, and then learn the official name of them, which I thought was sort of interesting. So what was your takeaway from today, Ellie, apart from the beautiful burger?
From today?
Any learning from you? Apart from we learned Joe's name. Hey Joe.
I
Joe.
learned about 10 names today. Actually, today I went up to everybody that I've talked to in the last couple of days whose name I don't know, and I asked. So I also learned John and Francesca and Farrell and Victoria and Simone and... Oh, come on, I've got one more. No, those are probably the only ones that stayed
That's
in my
the only
mind.
ones.
There you go.
So
That
today,
was my learning.
Today was day 11.
As in, it was day 24,
Day 24.
but
yeah, sorry.
11 on the countdown.
11 on the countdown. So as of tomorrow, we're on the last 10 countdown.
10
and
days.
We're trying not to actually rush it. We're trying not to think about completion. We're trying to still enjoy the walk. But tomorrow, I think it's going to be a lovely day. We're going to climb, 500 metres 500 metres in short order?
Yeah, 500 or 600, we'll see. But then we'll also descend 1,000.
And we descend 1,000.
Ish.
Yeah, and there's a cross up there, and there's a sort of the highest point is 1,515, I think it is, or 55. I'm not sure what.
I think the cross is at
The cross comes earlier.
Yeah, the cross is at 1,515, and then I think the slight summit that you can detour is 535.
535, that's it. So we're going to have our sandwich up there tomorrow, and we might even do our video from there tomorrow. So all is well, yeah? All is well, it's going well. And we're finding it hard to believe that we've only got 10 more walking days. You know, it's been sort of amazing in that regard. It seems like Rosseville and Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port and Zubri and all that seemed like a lifetime ago. It seems that all we do now is walk. Our new life, our new world, walking. So that's it, guys. So we'll see you all tomorrow, and with our update from the 28th of May. Very important day, guys, don't forget it. Cheers.